My beloved brothers and sisters, my dear friends, my dear family, I want to begin today by asking you a very simple question. A question that I want you to sit with, a question that I want you to feel in your heart. Where did your last year go? Think about it. 12 months, 365 days, 8,760 hours. And where are you right now compared to where you were 1 year ago? Are you closer to your goals? Are you a better person? Have you grown? Have you changed? Have you achieved something meaningful? Or are you in the exact same place, thinking the same thoughts, making the same excuses, saying the same words, I will start soon, I will do it tomorrow, I will begin when the time is right? My brothers and sisters, this is the crisis of our generation, and it has a name. It is called procrastination. And today I want to have a real conversation with you about it, not a surface level conversation, not a motivational speech that makes you feel good for 5 minutes and then disappears. I want to go deep. I want to talk about what procrastination really is, where it comes from, what it costs you, and most importantly, how you can overcome it starting today. Before you can fight something, you must understand it. Procrastination is not simply being lazy. Many people misunderstand this. They think procrastination means you are a lazy person, that you do not care, that you have no ambition. But that is not true. In fact, many of the biggest procrastinators in the world are highly intelligent, highly ambitious people. People who have big dreams, people who want to achieve great things, people who lie in bed at night thinking about everything they want to do with their lives. And yet, they do not do it. Why? Because procrastination is not a laziness problem. Procrastination is a psychological problem. It is rooted in fear. It is rooted in doubt. It is rooted in the deep human need to feel safe and comfortable. When you have a big task in front of you, your brain does something interesting. It looks at that task and it says, this is difficult, this might lead to failure. This might lead to judgment, this might lead to pain, and your brain, which is designed to protect you, says, let us avoid this. Let us do something easier, let us do something that feels safe. And so you pick up your phone, you open social media, you watch one video, then another, and 3 hours have passed and you have not done anything. This is not a character flaw. This is a brain pattern. And patterns can be changed. Shaitan, the devil, understands this pattern very well. Procrastination is one of Shaitan's greatest weapons because Shaitan does not always come to you with big temptations. Sometimes he comes to you very quietly, very gently. He whispers, rest a little more. You deserve a break. You can do it later. There is no rush. And you listen, and you delay, and you delay again. And slowly your dreams begin to die, not with a bang, but with a whisper. My brothers and sisters, do you know that Allah swears by time in the Holy Quran? He says, by time, indeed, mankind is in loss. Now think about this carefully. Allah, the creator of the heavens and the earth, is swearing by time. And the scholars of Islam tell us that when Allah swears by something in the Quran, it is to draw our attention to something of extreme importance and extreme value. Allah is telling us time is one of the most valuable things in existence. And then He immediately follows it by saying, mankind is in loss. Why is mankind in loss? Because of how we treat time, because we waste it, because we misuse it, because we take it for granted. And this is not just a spiritual observation. This is a warning, a direct warning from your Lord, that if you do not use your time wisely, you are among those who are in loss. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, there are two blessings which many people lose, health and free time. Two blessings, health and free time. And the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, many people lose them. Not a few people, not some people, many people. And how do they lose them? By not valuing them, by not using them properly, by assuming they will always be there. My brothers and sisters, your free time is a blessing from Allah. Every hour of the day that you have is a gift. And Allah will ask you on the day of judgment, how did you spend your time? What will you say? Now I want to talk to you about something very serious. Something that most people never stop to calculate: what is procrastination actually costing you? Let us say you have a goal. Maybe you want to start a business. Maybe you want to learn a new skill. Maybe you want to get healthy. Maybe you want to memorize the Quran. Maybe you want to write a book. Whatever your goal is, let us say you have been putting it off for 2 years. 2 years, 730 days. In 2 years, if you had worked on your goal for just 1 hour per day, you would have put in over 700 hours of work. Do you know what 700 hours of focused, consistent work produces? Mastery, real change, real results. But instead, those 700 hours went somewhere else. They went to scrolling, to watching, to waiting, to planning without doing, to dreaming without acting. And now you are 2 years older, 2 years behind, 2 years further from the life you want. This is the true cost of procrastination. It is not just the task you did not do today. It is the person you failed to become over months and years, and it gets worse because procrastination is not static. It grows. The longer you delay something, the harder it becomes to start. Because your mind begins to associate that task with discomfort, with guilt, with heaviness. And so every time you think about it, you feel worse. And because you feel worse, you avoid it more. And because you avoid it more, the guilt grows. And the cycle continues. It is a trap, a very comfortable, very dangerous trap. My brothers and sisters, enough about the problem. Let us talk about the solution. I am going to give you 7 steps, 7 practical, powerful, proven steps that will help you break free from procrastination if you are willing to apply them. Step 1, start before you feel ready. This is perhaps the most important thing I will say today. So please, listen carefully. You will never feel ready. You will never feel 100% ready to start. Never. The perfect moment does not exist. The perfect conditions do not exist. If you are waiting until you feel completely prepared, completely confident, completely sure, you will wait your entire life. Every successful person you admire, every entrepreneur, every scholar, every athlete, every creator started before they were ready. They started scared, they started uncertain, they started without all the answers, but they started. And that is the difference between the people who achieve things and the people who spend their lives wishing they had. The action comes first, the confidence comes second, not the other way around. You do not wait to feel confident before you act and the confidence follows. So whatever it is you have been putting off, I want you to take one small step toward it today. Not tomorrow, today. Even if it is a tiny step, even if it feels insignificant, start, because Allah blesses the one who moves. Allah blesses the one who tries. And even if you make mistakes along the way, those mistakes will teach you more than a lifetime of waiting ever could. Step 2, use the 5-second rule. When you have a task to do and you feel the urge to delay, count backwards from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then move. Before your brain has time to talk you out of it, before the excuses start, before the comfort pulls you back, you count and you move 5 seconds. That is all it takes to interrupt the pattern of procrastination, to push through the initial resistance, to take that first step. The reason this works is because procrastination lives in the gap between intention and action. But if you close that gap in 5 seconds, there is no time for negotiation, there is only action. Try it today, right now, after this. Try it on something. You will be amazed. Step 3, break your goals into tiny pieces. One of the biggest reasons people procrastinate is because their goals feel overwhelming. You look at the mountain and you feel paralyzed. The mountain is too high, too steep, too far away, and so you do not move at all. But here is the truth. You do not need to climb the whole mountain today. You just need to take one step. Just one. Break your big goal down into the smallest possible pieces. Not monthly goals, not weekly goals, daily actions, tiny, specific, manageable daily actions. If you want to write a book, do not think about writing a book. Think about writing 200 words today. Just 200 words. Anyone can write 200 words. If you want to get healthy, do not think about losing 20 kilograms. Think about going for a 10-minute walk today, just 10 minutes. If you want to memorize the Quran, do not think about 30 chapters. Think about memorizing 5 verses today, just 5 small actions taken consistently. Over time, this is how great things are built. The Prophet, peace be upon him, told us the most beloved deeds to Allah are those done consistently, even if they are small. Consistency, not intensity, consistency. A small action done every day will always outperform a big action done once in a while. Step 4, eliminate distractions ruthlessly. My brothers and sisters, we live in the most distracted era in human history. Your phone, social media, Netflix, YouTube, WhatsApp, Instagram, notifications, alerts, messages, content, more content. Every single one of these things is designed deliberately, scientifically designed to capture your attention and keep it. The people who build these platforms have entire teams of psychologists and engineers whose only job is to make sure you cannot put your phone down. And we wonder why we cannot focus. You cannot fight this battle without being intentional. You must protect your attention like it is gold, because it is. Your attention is the most valuable thing you have. Where your attention goes, your life goes. When you sit down to work, put your phone in another room. Not on silent, not face down, another room. Turn off notifications. Create a dedicated workspace that is free from distractions. And be honest with yourself about your social media usage. How many hours a day do you spend scrolling? Calculate it? Most people are shocked when they see the number. Those hours could have built your dream. Step 5, use the power of accountability. Human beings perform better when they are being observed. This is simply how we are wired. Find someone, a friend, a family member, a mentor, and tell them your goal. Tell them specifically what you are going to do and by when. Ask them to check on you. Ask them to hold you accountable. When you know someone is going to ask you, did you do it? You are far more likely to do it. You can also use a journal. Write down your commitments every morning and every evening. Review them. Did you do what you said you would do? If yes, celebrate it. If no, be honest with yourself about why and recommit. But here is the most powerful accountability of all. Remembering that Allah is watching. Allah is the all-seeing. Allah sees every action you take, every moment you spend, every hour you waste, and every effort you make. When you truly internalize this, it changes everything, because you realize that nothing is hidden. Not your potential, not your laziness, not your efforts, not your excuses. Allah sees it all. And one day you will stand before Him and account for every moment He gave you. Is that not the most powerful accountability in existence? Step 6, fix your relationship with failure. Let me tell you something that might surprise you. Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is part of success. Every single person who has ever achieved anything significant has failed. Multiple times, often publicly, often painfully, but they did not let failure define them. They let it teach them. The reason many people procrastinate is because they are terrified of failing. They think, if I try and fail, that means I am a failure. And so they never try, because if you never try, you can never fail, and that feels safe. But my brothers and sisters, not trying is failing. The biggest failure of all is not making the attempt. Allah does not judge you on your results. Allah judges you on your effort. Did you try? Did you give your best? Did you use the abilities He gave you? That is what matters. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, if the day of judgment is established while one of you has a seed in his hand, let him plant it. Even at the very last moment, plant the seed, make the effort, take the action, and leave the results to Allah. This is true reliance on Allah, not sitting and waiting for things to happen, but working your hardest and then trusting Allah with the outcome. Step 7, remember death, the greatest motivator. My brothers and sisters, I want to end this section with something powerful. Something that our culture has tried to hide from us, something that makes people uncomfortable, death, you are going to die. I am going to die. Every single person alive today will one day leave this world. This is not morbid. This is simply the truth, and the Quran reminds us of it constantly because it is the most powerful motivator for action. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, remember often the destroyer of pleasures, meaning death. Why did he tell us to remember death? Not to depress us, not to make us fearful, but to wake us up, to make us realize that our time here is limited, that every day that passes is a day we will never get back, that the window of opportunity is open, but it will not stay open forever. When you truly internalize the reality of death, procrastination loses its power. Because suddenly, I will do it later, becomes meaningless, because you realize there may not be a later. There are people who had plans, big plans, beautiful plans, and they never got to execute them because time ran out. Do not be that person. Use the time you have. Right now, today, my brothers and sisters, overcoming procrastination is not just about being more productive. It is about something much deeper. It is about living with purpose. Allah created you for a reason. You are not here by accident. You are not here to simply eat and sleep and scroll and die. You are here with a mission, a purpose, a role to play in this world, and part of that mission is developing yourself, growing, learning, contributing, building, serving, becoming the best version of yourself so that you can give your best to your family, to your community, to your brothers and sisters around the world, and to humanity. Procrastination stands in the way of all of that. It keeps you small, it keeps you stuck, it keeps you watching other people live their lives while yours passes by. But you have a choice. Every single day you wake up with a choice. Will today be the day you decide to change, not wish, not hope, not plan, decide? A real decision is one that is followed by action, not tomorrow. Now, I want to speak to you directly now. Personally, I do not know what your goal is. I do not know what dream you have been putting off. I do not know what fear is holding you back, but I know this, whatever it is worth fighting for. The business you want to start it. The course you want to take, enroll in it. The Quran you want to memorize, begin today. The weight you want to lose, take the first step today. The relationship you want to fix, make that call today. The apology you need to give it today. The good deed you have been meaning to do it today, not because tomorrow might not come, although it might not, but because today is where your life is happening right now. This moment, this is your life. Not a practice run, not a rehearsal. This is it, and you deserve to live it fully. You deserve to experience what it feels like to work towards something meaningful, to grow, to struggle and overcome, to look back at the end of a day and say, today I did something that mattered. That feeling, that sense of purpose and progress is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself. But it only comes through action. My beloved brothers and sisters, let me bring it all together for you. Procrastination is one of the greatest threats to your potential, your purpose, and your peace. It is not just a bad habit, it is a thief. It steals your time, your growth, your joy, and ultimately your life. But you are not powerless. Against it, you have been given a mind, a will, a heart, and the ability to choose to start before you feel ready. Choose to take it one small step at a time. Choose to eliminate distractions and protect your focus. Choose to hold yourself accountable to people and, most importantly, to Allah. Choose to embrace failure as a teacher, not an enemy. Choose to remember death and let it wake you up, not paralyze you. Choose to live with purpose. And above all, choose to begin. Today, the road will not always be easy. There will be days when you fall back into old patterns. When the phone wins, when the bed wins, when the excuses feel very convincing, on those days do not give up on yourself. Simply begin again, one more time. and again after that, because every great life is built on the foundation of consistent, small choices made daily, even imperfectly. Allah does not ask you to be perfect. He asks you to be sincere. He asks you to try. And He promises in the Holy Quran, and whoever strives only for himself. Your effort is for you. Your growth is for you. Your life is your responsibility. So I end with the same question I began with. Where did your last year go? And more importantly, where will the next year go? The answer is entirely up to you. May Allah give us the ability to use our time wisely. May He protect us from laziness and procrastination. May He fill our days with purpose, our hearts with determination, and our lives with blessings. May Allah accept our efforts. May He forgive our shortcomings, and may He guide us to be among those who, on the day of judgment, can say, "Oh Allah, I tried. I really tried. Ameen."